The shimmering skyline of Dubai glistened under the desert sun, a breathtaking blend of modern architecture and the hum of a city alive with ambition. The faint sounds of traffic and distant laughter from rooftop lounges mingled with the warm desert breeze, capturing the essence of a metropolis thriving at the crossroads of luxury and opportunity. For Ryan Carter, a successful entrepreneur in his late 40s, Dubai had always represented opportunity. A frequent visitor for business, he relished the city's luxury, blending modern opulence with ancient charm. Yet little did he know this trip would lead him down a path of passion and betrayal that would end with his name splashed across scandalous headlines and his life in ruins. But how did it come to this? What began as a seemingly innocent encounter spiraled into a tragedy no one could have foreseen. Ryan was a man of discipline. Married to his college sweetheart, Emily, for nearly 20 years, he lived a life that many envied. Yet beneath the polished surface, Ryan grappled with feelings of monotony and an ache he couldn't quite name. His days blended into predictable patterns: work meetings, family dinners, and polite conversations that never delved deeper. He loved Emily, but the spark that once defined their relationship had dimmed over the years, leaving him restless and questioning if this was all life had to offer. They had 2 teenage children, a beautiful home in California, and the kind of stability that made them the epitome of the American dream. Yet beneath the surface of his seemingly perfect life, Ryan felt the gnawing emptiness of routine. He convinced himself it was a phase, but when he met Layla, a strikingly beautiful woman in her late 20s, everything changed. Layla worked at a high-end art gallery in the heart of Dubai. The gallery was hosting an exclusive event where Ryan was an honored guest, showcasing his company's sponsorship. She caught his eye the moment he walked in. Her flowing black hair, piercing eyes, and elegant demeanor made her unforgettable. Layla had a magnetic aura that drew people to her effortlessly. Ryan was no exception. What began as polite conversation turned into hours of laughter and shared stories. Layla's charm and intelligence captivated Ryan. She spoke of her dreams, her struggles, and her love for art, with a passion that Ryan found exhilarating. For Layla, Ryan represented a world of wisdom and experience that intrigued her. Their connection was undeniable, but it was also forbidden. Ryan knew he was treading dangerous waters, yet he couldn't resist. Their encounters became more frequent. Business meetings were scheduled around chances to see Layla. They met at private lounges, secluded beaches, and luxury restaurants where they could be together, away from prying eyes. Ryan felt alive in ways he hadn't in years. But with every stolen moment, the weight of his deception grew heavier. Layla, too, was torn. She knew Ryan was married, but the sincerity in his words and the intensity of their connection made her hope for more. Ryan promised her things he couldn't give: freedom from her struggles, a future together, and a love without boundaries. She wanted to believe him, even as doubt crept into her heart. Emily, back in California, began to sense the changes in Ryan. His frequent trips to Dubai, late-night phone calls, and growing emotional distance were hard to ignore. She would lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment that seemed off. The times he brushed off her questions with vague answers, the way he seemed distracted, even during family dinners. She started to notice how his laughter felt forced, and how his once warm affection had turned into polite indifference. Each clue chipped away at her trust, and a quiet dread began to take root in her heart. Emily was no fool. She hired a private investigator to uncover the truth, and the results were damning. Photographs of Ryan and Layla together, intimate messages, and receipts from their extravagant outings painted a vivid picture of his betrayal. Emily's confrontation with Ryan was explosive. She had flown to Dubai, unannounced, armed with evidence and anger. She stormed into his hotel suite, demanding answers. Ryan, caught off guard, stammered through excuses, but Emily's fury drowned out his words. She threw the evidence at him and left, slamming the door behind her. Ryan's world began to crumble. Emily filed for divorce, taking their children back to California and leaving him to deal with the fallout. Layla, unaware of the confrontation, continued to see Ryan, though cracks in their relationship began to show. Ryan's guilt weighed on him, and Layla felt the strain of being a secret. The breaking point came when Emily sent Layla a letter. It detailed Ryan's betrayal, his lies, and the family he had left behind. Layla, devastated, confronted Ryan. Their once passionate affair turned into a storm of accusations and regret. Ryan begged for forgiveness, but Layla's trust had been shattered. In her heartbreak, Layla made a decision that would change everything. She spent sleepless nights wrestling with the pain of betrayal and the shattered illusions of a future with Ryan. Torn between anger and sorrow, she considered the consequences of exposing their affair. The weight of Ryan's lies and the humiliation she felt finally pushed her to act. With trembling hands, she reached out to a journalist, sharing the details of their secret relationship. By morning, the scandal was splashed across headlines, throwing Dubai's elite into a frenzy and marking the point of no return for both of their lives. Dubai's elite, known for its discretion, was abuzz with scandal. Ryan's reputation was destroyed. His business partners distanced themselves, and his company faced financial ruin. Ryan's once glamorous life became a shadow of what it had been. Desperate and alone, Ryan sought to make amends. He returned to California, hoping to reconcile with Emily and their children. But Emily, strong and resolute, had moved on. She refused to let Ryan's betrayal define her or their family's future. She focused on building a new life for herself and her children, leaving Ryan to face the consequences of his choices. Layla, too, tried to rebuild her life. The affair had left her emotionally scarred, but it also taught her valuable lessons about love, trust, and self-worth. She channeled her pain into her art, creating pieces that spoke of loss and resilience. Her work gained recognition, and she found solace in her creative expression. Ryan, once the picture of success, became a cautionary tale. He lost his family, his career, and the respect he had spent a lifetime building. His affair with Layla, though brief, had left a trail of destruction that no amount of regret could undo. If this story kept you intrigued, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe for more tales of love, betrayal, and the choices that define us.